Gape it. Okay, so we're playing the mono black K command deck again. So I still think Super Shredder is the best threat in this deck by a lot. It is so good with all your removal spells. It's so good with Field of Ruin. It gets really big really fast. It's insane with K command. K command, each spawn token you get, it grows against opposing stuff like engineer explosives, sacking the munitions tokens, against goblin bombardment. It's really strong. But I think you just want to play 3 copies. It's just very awkward to play a 2-mana legend like this in as a 4 of in this deck. So I am down to just 2 copies. I am down to just 2 copies. I've also been playing this deck off stream, and I've been liking the second copy of Snow Covered Wastes as a fixer off of the Temples and the Vistas. I know usually I don't play it, but we are playing it today. Also playing some copies of Night's Whisper. I think earlier builds have been like a little light on 2-for-1s, but very low to the ground build, and I think again there's a lot to like about being a very low to the ground deck that's playing K command, Fatal Push, bunch of discard spells, and Field of Ruins. I think it's just a very good package in the current format. Let's keep this on the play. Unknown matchup. Their last team playing Is It Prowess. They mulled a 6. I guess I'll crack on my turn. Although we could crack on their turn to like know the matchup. But yeah, this is exactly what I was hoping was I'd see a copy of Fatal Push and I'd be able to keep it to kill us like a Swift Spear maybe. Cut the stream. How's Death Shadow? It's fine. Like I think Death Shadow continues to be fine, and I like the build. I'm kind of interested in like at some points circling back to the Rakdos Death Shadow build because like I always liked how aggressive and proactive that one was and how threat dense it was compared to some of the other versions we've played recently. But again, I think it continues to be fine. Okay, no mutagenic growth is nice. Prismatic Vista siding into me for a while. Is that mostly for Shredder triggers? Shredder triggers, Nethergoyf, Fatal Push Revolt, and fixing for Kate Kozilek's command. You gotta. I think they have a preordain. Don't think we block. Lava Dart. I think it's a good turn to Thoughtseize and try to take a. So you think we'd want to leave the preordain because we have another Bowmaster, but they have. I have like all removal here, and they have the Lava Dart for the Bowmaster, so I think I'm gonna take the preordain. I understand the benefits of Shredder, Bomb munitions. I guess I'd like to see how often Moon Shadow would be just as good today. For this deck, I don't think that Moon Shadow makes almost any sense, really. I mean, maybe that's a little, it's a little dramatic, but hold on. So I go Bowmaster ping, 2 damage, then they flashback the dart on the Bowmaster, they get me. I guess I'm just gonna use an Edict here. Gonna need to draw a colorless source. But yeah, Moonshadow doesn't work very well in the mono black mid range build compared to Super Shredder, where it's not as good with Field of Ruin, it's not as good with removal spells, it's not as good with Kozilek's command. But it's and then you can't play as many fetch lands. It's hard to play Street Wraith in this build. You do have Mishra's Bauble, but we have played Moonshadow in these builds, and it's you would think it would work better with Super Shredder because they trigger off some of the same stuff, but I don't think they trigger off enough of the same stuff. Sorry, I should have already Bowmastered actually. That's okay. I will attack. I do kind of expect them to crack the islet most of the time here. And then I think we'll go Bowmaster and sort of make them flashback the dart to Stone Rain them again. And have the Fatal Push for the Swift Spear too. Is Stubborn Now reactive just not worth it? It feels like Stubborn Now consigned would be solid considering. It's solid. The Grixis build is totally fine. We went 5-4 with it today. It's totally fine record, but And I do still like Wasp Death Shadow a lot. But I think you definitely it might just be better to be leaning more into the more controlling version. Like if you want to be really in on counter spells, maybe you just play like the Dimir flow state build or um like the Dimir just down build. Like the Dimir. I guess were we playing flow state with Wasp? I think we were not the last time. But again, going more that direction, I think makes some sense. So they got 2 cards in their hand. I'm down to 11. They've got 15 life points. Down to 9. I don't think this Thoughtseize is getting used outside of this turn, this game, so let's probably just need to fire it off. Oh my gosh, it was Expressive Iteration. Let's go. I think I need to leave my 2/2 back for the Swift Spear this turn. Light Total getting a little low. They just draw a land for turn. Okay, K command online. I don't really care if they draw like Show Off or anything. They won't be able to trigger it, so let's just do this. Another Bowmaster is fine. Bottom of the other 2 lands. Okay, opponent's down to 13. I do think I just want to kind of get aggressive here. Things to bottom 2 lands and then draw a land is what it is. We're going to be getting them down to 9. Maybe they drew a bolt or a lava dart. One thing that you have to remember about Prowess is they play defense really, really poorly. And if you could just start to get them in a spot where they're racing, they're pretty bad at racing in these kind of games. Okay, they lava dart the Bowmaster. They have 1 card in their hand. They should have waited for sure to see if they drew a Steel Cutter. It's pretty bad to play the dart end of turn there. Another land. Want to save the Field of Ruin for a turn where we have Super Shredder so we can make it 3 power. Also, Super Shredder doesn't die to Flashback Dart because the mountain goes to the graveyard. So they're going to Lava Dart me. I'm going to kill their token. I'm going to attack them down to 3 life, and then they have to top deck something really good. Bolt or Iteration or Preordain, probably. I guess Channeler. I guess they could go second main phase Channeler plus Equip. Oh, I'm gonna play this, but I'm dead. I'm dead to Channeler now. If I don't draw a removal spell. Okay, now we can play Lantern Control with the Field of Ruin. Okay, you could draw that. We win. Up a game against Prowess. Okay, up a game. I'm gonna bring in a Duress. Just 1 Duress in the sideboard at the moment. Been liking the card a lot, but it's it's really important that you discard Steel Cutter in the matchup. I'm gonna cut the Seers for sure. I think the Bowmasters are fine. Need to draw a Nethergoyf at some point, but Nethergoyf is like pretty premium against them. And I think I'll play the first Vexing Bauble. Card's like okay. Maybe down a Night's Whisper for a second one. What about Saga in the deck? I've played a lot of Saga. I usually you have to choose between Field of Ruin or Saga. It's pretty tough to play both, and I'm pretty in the Field of Ruin camp right now, especially with Super Shredder and especially with all the Eldrazi decks. So it's very, very important that you have a Fatal Push in your opening hand against Prowess because you need to be able to discard Corey Steel Cutter. My opponent's also on a Mold 6. Nethergoyf is also very good. We don't have a second black source in the hand. It's a little bit weird, but if we could go Vista, Thoughtseize, and to go away Fatal Push, we'd have a 4/5. Be pretty good. No, I do not believe EE is good against Prowess. Are you guys bringing it in against them? How is your experience? It's definitely a card that when it's in my sideboard, people ask me why I'm not bringing it in. Notably, I cannot Explosives on 2 in our deck. But do you guys bring it in against them? Because I do not. It's very slow. I think I'm taking Swifty. Gab, thanks for the raid. Hope you all doing well today. Shout out to all the yellow hatters playing our pet deck. Alright, so they keep a card on top with the bauble. Will they preordain into it this turn? I mean, it's probably a land. Registering E in 2026 is not what I do. I mean, it's like, it's the best card against Affinity for a lot of decks. I just have one copy. Not a lot of Affinity right now. They probably are going to end up cracking this bauble to turn on Delirium. Instead, they crack the fetch land. I feel like it's mainly good on turn 3, otherwise on turn 1. They play around it. 3-mana removal doesn't go off. Yeah, and it's really tough to like just let the 1-drop stay and play for 2 turns. Okay, it'd be really good this game. I think I want to main phase the Fatal Push so the Goyf doesn't die to this bolt that we know about. Definitely don't like how many lands we've drawn. We've drawn 3 lands, right? At least one of them was a black source. Their hand is Bolt, 2 mystery cards. Looks like they got a steel card. Oh, show off, sure. So 2 flying attackers, pretty good. I'm going to get hit for 4 down to 10. I guess before they get their Surveil available. Obviously, it's nice we can Field of Ruin them off blue, but just gotta do this turn. So they can, when they bolt me, I'm going to go down to 4. We're dead to some stuff, of course. All my lands are black sources. Well, they wasn't until I drew the Urborg, but yeah, now they all are, sure. Likely going to game 3. Going to game 3 right now. Things a lot easier on the play. I think on the play I might play 3rd Vexing Bauble over 4th Mishra's Bauble. It is a lot better on the play. This is also a matchup where they sometimes plot 6-shot show off and like if you could ever like Vexing Bauble the turn after they plot show off, it feels really good. Pretty rare. Okay, on the play. Great hand. Again, any hand with a Thoughtseize is really premium against prowess. They keep 7 pretty fast. And they've got 2 Quarry Steel Cutters instead of 1. Which is going to be a problem. Maybe we'll draw another discard spell. My Super Shredder should be really good here, though. Hopefully they didn't draw a Bauble. Their hand is Violent Urge, Lava Dart, 2 mystery cards. So Ease Lock. Oh, they drew the Bauble. It's brutal. Yeah, like the explosives in the sideboard for Affinity. We have 1 sideboard card for Affinity. I think it's okay. Or we also have the Vexing Baubles and the Edicts, but okay, interesting. I think I want to Fatal Push this turn. I guess I need to crack this now, because if they just untap, it's really bad with the Lava Dart in the hand. Oh, sorry. I also should have played Marsh Flats, because now I can't get Vista if I draw K Command. We'll see if that comes up. They don't crack the Bauble. Be really annoyed if they drew Bolt and Bauble. They Lava Dart the Super Shredder. We'll see if they know how this works. They flashback the Lava Dart. Super Shredder grows. Interesting that they would play this Bauble this turn. Let's Fatal Push one of the tokens. They don't have Delirium for Violent Urge this turn. Violent Urge is definitely a problem. They do only have one land in play. Alright, so Shredder's 5/5. They don't have Delirium for this. Do they think they have Delirium? Just 2 damage? I guess now they have Delirium. Maybe they just have another Violent Urge. Did they bubble themselves or did they bubble me? They targeted me. So, like, what did they see that made them want to do this? I wonder. Swamp? So I crack this fetch. I go down to 8. 6/6. 7/7, 8/8. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just trying to kill them here. Yeah, I draw for the second Grixis League, so I don't have time for this today. Sometimes they do that if we're like 2/2. All right, so this is 8/8 now. So I can leave the Vexing Bauble in play, and then I can sack it end of turn and have a lethal Super Shredder next turn. Maybe I die sometimes. They've got 2 cards in their hand. We cut them off blue. They're gonna have 4 cards in their hand because they're gonna crack the Bauble. Maybe it was better just to crack my Vexing Bauble. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm alive. They play a Steam Vents untapped. Cast a Preordain. I think I'm dead to a Bolt or a Lava Dart now. Not a great place to be at. Maybe I don't think the Lava Dart flashback saves me. It might though. Because also the Vexing Bauble stopping Lava Dart flashback is what I'm talking about. 2 on the top is bad news. So I go down to 7, and then they have 5, and then the flashback puts me to exactly 0. So close. So I want to see what I would have drawn. I guess I would have shuffled. I don't know. They can't flash back. They can flash it back, but they just don't. It doesn't resolve. One lander, 6 lander. Let's go to 5. Here's my 5, I think. So maybe we're up against the Cosmogoyf Necro deck. Bowmaster's really good against them. But they take K command, so maybe not. Maybe just have a removal spell for the Bowmaster. No, they are regular Necro Cosmogoyf. Or sorry, regular Cosmogoyf Fling. This matchup should be pretty good. Just, discard spells are quite good against them. We can remove the Goyf really easily. But we did mull to 5. We can attack them for enough where they're not going to be able to plunge into darkness enough to make Goyf big enough to just fling me to death next turn. Got a lot of very good trolls as well, including that one, or maybe like especially that one. Because now they kind of just have to play Goyf and pass, and then just get the fatal push it. Thank you, Joy Monger, for the 43 months. So I imagine they're gonna plunge. Probably gonna pay 11 life, so their Goyfs just can win in chunks of 2. No, they paid 13. I feel like 13's a lot worse than 12 because it's just a 2-turn clock with these now instead of a 3-turn clock. An interesting pause. This is kind of the pause of someone who doesn't have another a Cosmogoyf. Don't really have much besides the rest to bring in, I guess. Maybe... No, I don't think I want Vexing Bauble for the 2 Summoners packs they play. Oh, they got rid of the other 3 Plunge into Darknesses. That's not too relevant, I guess. Yikes. Well, that kind of sucks. Um, that kind of rules. The super rules. Now I just have lethal in the backswing. Swingy game, I guess. So we block with the Orc Army that grows the Super Shredder to 2/2. Prismatic Vista goes to 3/3. We attack for 4 on the backswing. That is a crazy assumption. You have no logical method of measuring or testing the pause. This is so intense. Are you assuming entirely on the limited amount of Cosmogoyf Faming you have in your belt? So I'm saying that they're unlikely to have Cosmogoyf because when you plunge into darkness here, if you have Cosmogoyf in the pile, you're taking it 9 out of 10 times. I think logically we can agree with this. You have no logical method of testing the pause. This is the logic I'm using. Is that you're casting plunge 9 times out of 10. If Cosmogoyf is in the pile, you're gonna take it. That's the assumption I'm having here. Daddy with the 18 months. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about 12-drop Emrakul lately and struggling to find something. Getting close in a lot of places. Or a fling if you already have Cosmo. Well, the thing is, the fling is just not good right here. Like you would take a second Cosmo over fling here almost every single time. Inquisition, I think, is maybe the one card you consider taking over Goyf. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like this is very very basic. And it's good to read into these kind of pauses too. Like when it's so likely that you're gonna grab a Goyf, like you can get some information sometimes here with the pauses. Yeah, they can't really attack. All right, we have lethal now. Not bad for a mold of 5 where we got double Inquisitioned. I really like how the field, not that this happened this game, but like I like how field sits in place sometimes, then just grows the Super Shredder by 2. Cool. Super Shredder is the better 2-drop. Maybe we should be back on 4. I don't know, the card is just so good, but drawing multiple sucks so much. Okay, I'm going to play 1 Duress. Night's Whisper is really bad. Maybe I am playing Vexing Baubles. I mean, they do play Summoner's Packs. Something like this, probably. Night's Whisper is really bad. Statements have been true over a decade. Wow. It draws 2 cards for 2 mana, bucko. And it's about as good as it gets. I think it's something that black is kind of missing, is like good value card advantage. Feels like every other color, like red has something like Legend of Roku, you know, and white has all of the best cards of the format. I'm gonna mulligan. Blue has a lot of card draw. Black has a lot of card, or black has, you know, black has Necro, but like Necro doesn't work as in a deck like this very well. Necro's a bit more of a, it's kind of like combo to some extent. Okay, definitely keeping this. You can put back the second temple. Yeah, you could go to moxfield.com/user/aspiring spike and you can find the list. I am still locked with 20. Thank you. Welcome back. Yeah, black has Necro, but it's like it's hard to play in a deck like this. It's really bad with Goyf. It's really bad with Super Shredder. It's really bad with like a normal black mid-range shell. It doesn't, you don't have like a generic card advantage engine. You have Necro, which is a card you can build around, but you do have Necro. So our life total doesn't matter too much here. Let me take a look at their top card. It's an Inquisition. Guess the rest of my hand's pretty redundant. Okay, their hand was soft to discard spell. Although there's maybe some, I think if I didn't know they had Inquisition, like it is kind of fun to take the thud and then just be able to like fatal push the Cosmic Wave after they pay a lot of life. But they took one of the 2 fatal pushes. I don't know why they never do that over taking the K commands. Okay, we should be pretty safe. My opponent says brutal, yeah. But nice to have a second black hand. It's okay. Would you play black, look at top 3, put 1 in the hand, 1 in the bottom, 1 in your graveyard? You can cast the card, put in graveyard this turn, but you lose 3 life. Like a black iteration. I mean, the lose 3 life means it sounds kind of just worse than Night's Whisper, right? Especially because you have to play the card the same turn. I like. It would be cool if like there was a Legend of Roku style card just in black. I would love that. I think I'm gonna K command, try to find another black source to go Inquisition plus Goyf this turn. Dark is just not playable. You know, like Liliana's just not very playable either. Like that used to be like your value engine. That's what we're missing. Well, they know I've got Fatal Push in my hand, so okay, they are in the give up phase of the game. It's crazy that they drew the best possible and it just does nothing. I mean, this is the thing about the Cosmic Wave deck, is it's just so class cannon-y. I guess we'll keep this. Which Loki deck is my favorite? I really like the Aether Vial build. I think we're gonna play it some more tomorrow if I can't figure out a Madness Emrakul deck. Been talking a lot about the Madness Emrakul today. But it's on a Molda 6 on the play. Sleepy. Love to have a double Thoughtseize on the draw against the Molda 6. Oh, then they have the nuts. All right, let's see if we get Thoughtseize bugged to get turn 2'd through a Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm pretty locked in on Cascade Ritual in the challenge tomorrow. What new card is good for Madness Emrakul? Oh my gosh. I don't know how we liked the turn there. Boros supposed to feel pretty terrible against our deck. Our deck? I don't think it's so bad. Fatal Push is terrible. The Eldrazi deck Modern is too powerful of a format to rely on 1/1s. It's very good against Trudge because it's not a 1-for-1 against Trudge. Like, if you were Fatal Pushing Slumbering Trudge, you have a bunch of fight riggings that just do nothing, and you have Fanatics, which are kind of weak, right? Like, the 1-for-1s are really strong when you're breaking up the synergy, and that's exactly what Fatal Push is doing against them. I agree, usually it's not so good. Nice that my opponent sent a message here. So I was able to not skip through my turn. Alright, draw 2 cards for 2 mana, see how bad that is. Those are some pretty good cards. Alright, they just drew a land. Third Thoughtseize not doing a lot. This Forest mystery card. Oh, they imprint Emrakul is the mystery card here. We're seeing 3 mana April O'Neil from Bro. From Bro, what is it? Just send the name of the card, man. What are we talking about? Maybe a Rumble, maybe a Fanatic. This might actually be Trudge. Looks like Green Sun. There's a Leonardo Cutting Edge Infinite Life combo build you consider viable. I mean, I think the green-white build's fine. I think it was better than the Loki build and the Orzhov build. I feel like there was new tech for that deck that we were talking about this week. Actually, I can't remember. Alright, so I'm looking for Super Shredder. I'm looking for Goyf. Of course, I'm looking for more K commands. I'll keep the Bauble also. If they have a really good top deck, I can just Field of Ruin them off of it. Playing Mono Black Control here. You can draw that. Especially with the Bowmaster in my hand. Six mana, 3/3. Remember, Disciple of Freely's could not sacrifice itself. I guess this is good if you draw another copy of Disciple. It's bad if you draw Ugin, though. So I feel like I probably would have played it as a land if I were them. Come on, Super Shredder. Yeah, we can now field the Emrakul too, it's true. Just say no to the Bauble, I guess. That's fine. So I guess I think it's just better for me for them to draw a brick. Yeah, I think that's just what I want instead of And I can dig deeper for the Super Shredder also. Remember, Super Shredder goes crazy with these spawn tokens. Did I just bomb Super Shredder? No. But if funny, people playing this deck give credit to Selfie, who's actually a player because Zevers played Smasher. I thought I was the first person to play Mono Black mid-range Splash K command. Like I was playing it for a long time before Selfie was. Selfie was playing like the rack version though. Okay. K command X equals 5. We're digging pretty deep, and obviously we can just clear this up pretty well. Okay, I guess we will keep the Goyf. The Goyf's pretty big at least. Sorry, it's me. Actually, no, my mistake. You think the first one to play Mono Black Special K-Man? I genuinely think I am, yeah, but not that it really fucking matters at all. Oh, we drew the Super Shredder. Let's go. But, I mean, I am pretty sure it was me. Maybe I feel to keep them off kicked Myco Spawn. Doesn't really matter a lot when I field. Guess I'll Edict this turn too. How do you know? Well, I remember when I did it for the first time, I was like, I'd never seen anybody else do that. I do this. I remember saying that. I remember that being true at the time. But it's been like, 2 years, so who knows? But that's wise because when I did it, I don't remember. I remember thinking that this was a novel thing to do. Okay, up a game against Trudge. So the Bowmasters are pretty good against Disciple of Freylys, but I think they're going away. They want to cut the cling. It's 2 more cuts here. Maybe Mishra's Baubles because we're bringing in the Vexing Bauble. Seems okay. So this is Eldrazi by XXS. This is January 24th, 2025. So we can go... What card would we search here that's unique to K Command Eldrazi? Maybe it would be Deadlands? That's pretty good. That's not unbeatable or anything. Yeah, I don't know how to search this. Maybe I just type mono black. That's probably what mono black. I don't know if I had Deadlands in the first draft or not. I think I found the first one. Oh, it doesn't say when it was. It says over 1 year ago. It just says over 1 year ago, so I may not be able to figure out when it was. Oh, you found it? I won by 4 days. Let's go. Wait, how do you find the date? Or was it just like on Goldfish or something? Because Moxfield just says for me over 1 year ago. Oh wait, it does say the date if you hover over. Okay, we win. What do we win? I don't know. Nothing, I guess. Wait, they sacked a spawn here? Let's go. I guess I'll bring in the explosives for game 3 if we go to game 3. You choose Ugin's Lab there. Fair enough, it's still a great deck. Cyborgs. Yeah, I agree. It was a really fun deck. Really good deck as well. I don't know, I was just saying. I'm pretty sure it was me. They brought in Triss for me. Yeah, I would say that it's probably not wise. Oh no. 1 day expired. Okay, they play Fnatic, which I'll probably just K-command this turn. Getting it exiled is pretty nice. I've already played my new Grixis deck. Yes. It was okay. Yeah, if you play Trudge X equals 2, it gets you the Chalice. Chalice is really good tech. I guess we're gonna say yes to break the ice. Since I can cast it. Yeah, Chalice was a really good tech for the Trudge deck. Oh no, opponent. You gotta spend an extra mana on it. Brutal. Okay, so we should probably be dead here, but my opponent does have this spawn still in play. And it's getting bigger. Okay, I think I should try to Thought-Knot Seer their last card before I break the icing. Oh boy, I was right about that. I was right about that. Probably better to grow the spawn, so that way it can be a 4/4 faster. They are not that far away from casting Emrakul either. They're actually, they could, if they drew Temple, they could cast it. Although I can slow them down by edicting something next turn. Maybe I want to bring in my own Emrakul. It's pretty slow, but if they're going to be playing like Trinisphere and Chalice against me, that could be good. Martoni with the 50 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Maybe I should be playing Bowmasters still. So I think I want them to put the counter on the Arbor before I kill it. Oh, am I getting punished? Yeah, Overload hits my own. Not usually a big deal against Tron. Yeah, I agree. Reach it was more important than I thought when we were playing Mono Green. We were playing some we were playing one Gargaroth, right? Or they tried to cast K command. Okay, so my Seer is a 3-turn clock. Their hand is Emrakul, mystery card, Emrakul. They're a little ways away from casting. I mean, I guess I'd play around a top deck Trudge. Waste no cover, waste rather no more waste for content. Yeah, guys, isn't this exciting? Here's the content! Snow-covered waste! Like, subscribe, follow. I'm bringing the content for you. Snow-covered waste. Look, 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 look. Oh, I guess I'm getting punished here. If they have another imprintable as the mystery card. This is just when you type waste a magic online, it's the first one that comes up. Dang, I got really punished here. Alright, let's game 3. Okay, so let's maybe try to maneuver a little bit around the chalices. So to play the explosives. Can I play Bowmaster over Nethergoyf? Bowmaster is pretty good against Rayleigh. I think that's probably just a fine pivot. Could maybe cut the Duress. Duress is pretty good though. Maybe we could play one less Vexing Bauble. I don't think the Vexing Baubles are like that amazing against them. They're good though. Yeah, I think just being lessened on the 1-drops is pretty important. Could have exiled his graveyard in response to the Labs trigger? Oh, yeah, I did miss that line. I don't think I've ever done that before, but yeah, I could have. Cool. Yeah, beautiful hand. So they have a turn 1 chalice. My hand is kind of good against it. I could take the Emrakul, which is also their only imprintable. I don't know. I don't think it makes that much sense to take the chalice with no 1-drops in my hand right now. But the chalice is also, yeah, I mean, it's just the best card in their hand by a lot. Let's be real. Like, there's something to see. Also, if they cast the chalice, like if they go imprint the Emrakul and we break the ice, like it's a little bit, we don't really want to break the ice this turn because they just put it back in their hand and then they re-imprint. It's like that's a little annoying, I guess. But yeah, I think we Bowmaster, and if they cast the Rumble, we'll target the thing. You could try to find an Edict for X=1. That's true. I was thinking about how Edict wasn't diggable, but I could have made a spawn and then cast it. I think I'm just gonna break the ice here. They draw quick K command. It's frustrating how much a single top deck K command swings a game every single time. Thankfully, we get the ping from Bowmaster because the card draw happens first. So they found green mana here. So their hand is Lab, Trudge, Rumble. They find the Fight Rigging. They choose the Fight Rigging. Yeah, this deck is a lot of colorless lands, so you don't want to be playing Night's Whisper. Or you don't want to be playing Siden's Blood over Night's Whisper. I guess they may just cast a 6/6 here. Seems like they overpaid by 1. Yeah, they the X=4 instead of X=3. Might be their first Trudge match. It'd be nice to draw a colorless land for next turn. Their hand is now Trudge, Mystery card. Mystery card is an Emrakul. No, the mystery card is K. I don't know. I don't know how they have K command in their hand right now, but they do somehow. Timer with the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Welcome back. Like they just I don't know. Obviously feels bad not to draw the land. It's just every single time a Kozilek's command is top decked, it's just the trajectory of the game swings so far. It's crazy. So we're not completely dead to this Emrakul, because if they do, or when they cast an Emrakul next turn, they can't do a ton. They could like Bowmaster kill my own Bowmaster, and then I could draw Edict after that. But outside of that, we're gonna lose, I think. They keep 4 cards on top. They keep 4 cards on top. Oh yeah, they can break the ice to the field. Okay, I'm gonna go to lunch. We're going to be playing the Cascade Ritual deck in the challenge tomorrow, and I think we'll be playing some Blue-White Vial between rounds. I've been wanting to play some more of that. Hope you enjoyed the I have 2 snow-covered lands in my deck content. Hope that was entertaining for you guys. I'm going to send y'all over.